Welcome. So we're going to answer this question before us, and we're also going to be using our CAS calculator at the end to ensure that we've got all the necessary CAS skills as well. Okay, the first thing that we can identify is that this plus 5 means that the whole thing is being shifted up by 5. So that means my asymptote will be y is equal to 5. So let's put that in. This is y is equal to 5. The next thing that you need to appreciate is the reflections that are occurring here. You've got a negative there and a negative there. That is telling me that I'm going to be reflecting in the x-axis. My handwriting is atrocious. And this one is telling me, I've got to zoom in more, that this is reflecting in the y-axis. Reflect in y-axis. That is just so ugly. Let me try that again. Reflect in x-axis. Okay, so those reflections are going to enable us just to get a picture in our mind of what's happening. But before we draw anything, let's actually find our y-intercept. Y-intercept when x is equal to 0. So that means we're going to get y is equal to negative 3 times 2, negative 4, 0 in there, plus 5. Y is equal to negative 3 times 2, 0, plus 5. Y is equal to negative 3 times 1 plus 5. Y is equal to negative 3 plus 5. Y is equal to 2. So that means I'm going through that point right there. So that means our graph is going to look something like that. Because remember, you've got this reflection and reflection. So if we kind of think about it, a normal graph would look like that. Then I'm reflecting it in the x, and then I'm reflecting it in the y. So that means I'm left with that. Now, when you're drawing this, you wouldn't have to find an arbitrary point because, as you can see, it's going through this x-axis intercept. But so we can get like a sense of what it actually is going to look like, let's actually come to our CAS, because you're going to see that this one's actually a little funky looking. So if we come here, we go negative 3 times 2 raised to the negative 4x plus 5. Whoops. Plus 5, and I forgot the negative x. Oh my goodness. Plus 5. There we go. Negative 3 times 2. Good. There it is. That's what it's going to look like. Do you see how steep it is there? So this is where, when you're normally doing it and you've got the skill to find the x-axis intercept, you won't run into this issue. But this is where it's really important that you get a sense of what these things look like. It's going to look something like that. So just a bit, got that bit of steepness there. And then hopefully you're able to, let's get rid of this blue graph here. Hopefully you're able just to you're able to use your CAS to find all your key points. So menu, analyze. If you wanted to find the y-intercept, you'd actually have to use the trace function. And you just want to go when x is equal to 0. And as you can see, you get 0, 2 out there. 0, 2. If you want to figure out what the x-axis intercept is going to be, you go menu, analyze, 0, and then you can just kind of sweep over it there. And as you can see, it occurs at negative 1.84241. So if I was just to do some rounding here, it would be negative 0.180. And I'm just going to write in here that I've used my CAS. So that is what it's going to look like. It's going to go up like that. It's going through 0, 2. The last thing I need to do here is find my range. So my range is all my possible y values. As you can see, it's going to negative infinity all the way up to 5, but you're not including 5. So that's how you've got to approach this question. You've got to be able to recognize some key things. And just remember, you need to show 2 points. Now, once you figure out how to find the x-axis intercept, that will function as your other one. But there are a few other examples that we've seen that actually only had one axis intercept. And in that case, you have to sub in an arbitrary point. All right, hopefully all that made sense. Make sure to reach out to your teacher if anything I have said has not made sense or you just need further clarification. But hopefully this has given you a great basis to now go on to your exercise.